Welcome to another episode of the Pat Down. I'm here with who? Dion and fucking molded neck Chris.
Fuck you. I wish it weren't true.
That nigga back of his neck look like untoasted raisin bread. You sitting like you got a monkey back.
I know. It's literally the only position my neck will go.
So you ain't eating no pussy this week.
No, I'm in pain.
Just lay at the edge of the bed and have her stand over.
And we'll be back after the music while Chris go eat pussy.
You have to tell us how you met Dave Chappelle. And by the way, you look beautiful in the picture with Dave Chappelle.
Yeah, that was a really good picture.
Yeah, you looked amazing.
We're recording?
Yeah.
I actually forgot to post it. So I'm strolling through my phone. I was like, I fuck, because I did the video, but I forgot to post a picture with me and him. I went to go see him at he was at the comedy club where I shot my special at here in Atlanta Comedy Theater. And I had never seen Dave live. Fucking hilarious. Hilarious. Oh my God. That new set he's working on, I can't wait for everybody to see it. I mean, if they don't see it while they're working it out. He was so fucking funny. So I every celebrity in Atlanta was in fucking town. And so I just went to the back with everybody else, hoping that I fit in. He had never fucking heard of me.
Really?
But no. And they was like, this is Miss Pat. And he had never heard of me. But everybody walked in, that motherfucker knew me. And he's like, well, why the fuck I haven't heard of you?
Well, you spend all your time on Breitbart and Drudge Report. I'm just kidding.
I don't. He said, I've never heard of you. He said, but you must be good folk. Because everybody talking about how funny you are, and everybody here just genuinely like you. I say, I try to be a nice motherfucker. So I ended up going out to a club with him, and boy, he's a real ass person. We talked for a long time that night.
It'd be cool if you got to open in arenas with him.
Now I don't do too much like jumping on people's shows because I'm trying to develop a brand on my own. But that is definitely one I would jump to.
Right? Yeah. Fuck yeah. 50,000 seats. Why wouldn't you? Yeah.
I've said no to a few and like, nah, I'm gonna go ahead and try to do my own thing. Cause I mean, I'm getting to that point where people want to put me on shows with them. And I've had to say no to a few of them. And it's just because I want to be able to stand alone. I don't want nobody to attach me to anybody. But I don't give a fuck about being attached to that.
Yeah, I can't think of anybody like Dave Chappelle, maybe one of the only comics I could think that's like not like everybody's on your level. You're above everybody, like in terms of just talent and just raw laughs.
Yeah,
like Chappelle may be the only one that's close.
I met him like 5-6 years ago. Neil was doing a show here in Indy, and he showed up. So all the local comics were up there, and we got to hang out with him for about an hour. And he was telling some of the funniest fucking stories.
Oh, that's what he do.
He told this story about him and Neil was going to the mall in LA, and they was looking for parking, and they found a spot. And right as they was about to pull in, Snoop took their parking spot. He said Snoop rolled the window down, all this smoke came out. He's like, you gotta be faster, niggas. Oh, it was the funniest shit, man. The way he talks is just funny. He wasn't even really trying to crack jokes or nothing. We were just hanging out, and he was just telling us stories like that.
Yeah,
but he was so chill.
He had a bunch of fucking stories to tell too, and he was telling some I could follow, some I couldn't, because I didn't know who the fuck he was. When you call them actors by their real name, you fucking lose me.
What? Why?
Because I develop a character in my head, so it take me a minute to realize old boy is Big Worm. You know what I'm saying? If you call him by Face on Love, I'm like, oh, Big Worm. So, you know, it takes me a minute. I'm just slow like that. But he told a bunch of stories and stuff. Like his dressing room, Dougie Fresh was in there. The guy who used to hold Rap City was in there. 2 Chain was in there.
Chris has no idea who any of these people are.
I was just thinking, like, you know, and then Miss Pat, when she performed there, had me, Nikea.
No. So the biggest celebrity that came out was T.I. and
T.I., yeah.
Tiny and Big Tigger. You know, but I enjoy. I really. I
You know who
enjoyed
Dougie
meeting-
Fresh is, Chris?
It rings a bell. Like, he's an older rapper, right?
Knock him
Okay.
out the box out. Ain't that
Yeah.
him? Yeah, knock him out the box out. Yeah.
I know, I've heard the name. I know it's like a 90s era rapper, but couldn't name a song. I was really into Garth Brooks back then.
My husband used to love Garth Brooks when I first met him.
Really?
Garth Brooks and Hannah Montana daddy.
Oh, Billy Ray said, don't
Billy
break
Ray
my
Cyrus.
heart. My achy,
Don't
breaky
your
heart.
And that's how I started listening to the fuck are you laughing at?
You said Hannah Montana daddy.
That mullet.
Oh, that's so funny because that's how some people know him. Like, no, he was super famous before she ever hit the scene.
He was huge. He made the luxury mullet a thing.
Yeah, he used to love. I used to love them two country singers because when Gary got out of the military, he's stationed in Oklahoma, so that's where everybody knew him from. I mean, that's what all they listened to, and so he brought that shit to the hood. And I went, this ain't bad on the ears.
It's so hard to hear. Picture Miss Pat listening to Garth Brooks in the trap house.
You know what's
Actually-
funny is the day that your husband took me to get a tire iron, he was listening to country music.
Yeah, that's what he listened to, and it's not because you white and got in his car, but he listens to all kinds of things. Like I'm so outdated, I could walk by a celebrity and I know who the fuck the person. He know who everybody is. He know everything that's going on. I don't know a goddamn thing. I look for it and mind my business. I don't know if y'all saw on my Facebook page. Somebody said you talked about Will Smith and Chris Rock. Will Smith slapping Chris Rock. What you gonna say about T.I. getting booed? I said, bitch, you telling a goddamn lie, motherfucker hoe. I said, because I don't talk about celebrity. I mind my motherfucking business. I don't give a fuck about Will Smith slapping on Chris Rock. All I said, that was $1 million slap. I would have wished he would slap me. I had put my face up against the TV so I could get hit.
You're saying it was a light slap. It was not
I'm
aggressive.
saying it was $1 million slap.
It's gonna
That's
cost
what
him
I'm
a lot of
saying.
money.
It's
Yeah.
gonna cost him a lot of money, and I wish it was me. Yeah, I've been abused. Ain't nobody never that rich slapped me. I
Only
wish
four
you
niggas slapped you.
Niggas, you can't even get arrested, slap me.
I don't know what he meant, but Chris Rock said he's not talking about it till he can get paid.
You
I think
goddamn right.
I think he meant like paid by a news outlet to do an interview, or did he mean he was going to sue him?
No, you mean when Will tell him how much that slap, when he tell him Will how much that slap gonna cost. I would sue him too. You slap me at the Oscar, motherfucker. I would say, don't lock him up. Don't lock him up. Because he gonna pay me dearly. Thank you, Will motherfucking Smith. And that's
So
what
you
it's
think
supposed
Chris
to-
Rock is going to sue him?
What the fuck you think? That's what people with money don't fight like that. Only rappers. Those are not rappers. That's a
Yeah. What does
comedian.
Chris Rock need with Will Smith's money? That's my thing. If it happened to me, I'd
Nigga.
sue
Chris Rock don't have Will Smith's money yet.
Don't.
him.
And he need to put
He
to
made
put
top 5, not Independence Day.
1, 2, and 3.
It was like they are not the same, yo.
They are not the same, nigga. And I'm here to tell you, he want Will Smith money. He done slapped me, and I want him to give Chris Rock his money.
So did you guys think it was fake? I saw everything's fake now. Everything's a false flag. Not everything can
No.
be fake. I didn't think it was fake at all.
I didn't think it was fake. I think he came there with the I think Will was upset when he got there. And Will had all that frustration and you know, and he's like, but when they started the show, oh boy, Chris Rock, he been talking about Jada since the 90s. So
Yeah.
that shit was just building up, nigga. Why you keep making jokes about my wife? I mean, what you a comedian? You should be slapping us because it's freedom of speech. I'm here to tell you, if you hit me, I'm just saying I'm gonna hit you back. Fuck suing you. I'm gonna hit you back then sue you. I'm gonna fight you. You better fight me like a motherfucking man. Cause that's how mad I'm gonna come out swinging.
And then somebody's gonna take a video of it and
Yeah, I was gonna say,
gonna talk about it on Joe
yeah.
Rogan. Did you hear that?
I heard they was talking about me on Rogan.
Yeah, he was like, "You don't want to fucking slap Miss Pat. I've seen the video. She rips off her wig and just starts beating on somebody." It was hilarious. Yeah,
It wasn't fake. If you listen to Chris Rock's voice after he got slapped, when Will says, "Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth," he goes, "It was a G.I. Jane joke, dude. That wasn't staged." Chris was like literally stunned. Like he's like, "My friend just slapped me on worldwide TV."
Staged. If it were staged, they'd have better writing. There'd be better reactions.
What that was the best right there.
Yeah,
no bad. No, if we could have told it was fake. Cause the way he slapped him and he planted his feet and came back up, he was stunned. He was like, "Nigga, do you realize we're at the Oscar and not the BET Award? This ain't the hip hop. Do you know what platform you just slapped me on? This is like if you slapped me inside the White House in front of Obama." Chris Rock had a look on his face like, this is a nigga don't fight zone.
This nigga don't fight zone. So that's between the border of Korea and North Korea.
There was a thing where Jim Carrey like fake fought with Colin Jost and like security came and escorted him out. It was so clearly, obviously fake because these people can't act in these fake situations. Like it was so obviously real because Rock was just like Dion said, "Dude, it was a G.I. Jane joke."
You don't say dude when it's a sketch. That nigga was stunned, like, dude, what the fuck? Just like he literally didn't know what to say, which, you know, as a professional comedian of his caliber, he's rarely left speechless, but he was literally shocked. If you go watch the video afterward, when he says, "Wow, Will Smith just slapped the shit out of me," he didn't know what to say.
He had no lines. He had nothing. Yeah, nothing.
No, that wasn't planned. Definitely wasn't planned.
Well, let's take a quick break while Miss Pat gets done talking to whomever. And we're back. You got to unmute yourself, Miss Pat. I muted you. What do you guys think about Will Smith did the right thing because he stood up for his woman? I saw a lot of that.
I mean, you know, it's like that was the whole thing. Everybody was like, well, and then Tom Segura came out and that was rude, Tom Segura, for you to say, "Bitch, put on a wig," because black hair, and I'm just saying from a black woman, for her to take off her wig or to cut her hair all the way down and suffer with alopecia, you know, and I just did an episode about black hair on the show for season 2. So it's really, you know, I don't know if white women hair, if white women feels the same way about their hair as we feel about our hair, because our hair takes so much care and, you know, and loving and moisturizing and shit like that. And then you go and you lose it from alopecia, and then you got somebody who don't even understand black hair or who don't even understand alopecia and say, "Bitch, put your wig on." I thought that was very rude. And that actually shocked the shit out of me that Tom Segura would even fucking say that. And so that was a little hurtful because, you know, shit, I remember when I lost my edges from too many wig glue, I didn't want to show that shit. So, you know, it's almost like a cancer patient losing their hair when they got cancer. You know,
you can't say days before you get an alopecia joke that you're proud of it and you're gonna be out and then look at your husband like, for real, and then have him go slap somebody on the most important day of his career.
I don't
Okay,
think she.
I
I
don't
don't think
think
she
she-
wanted him to.
I don't think she even
She
knew
didn't
he
do
was gonna
nothing to
do
stop
that.
him either.
Well, what she was,
And
that's
she
my
and
question.
she laughed after it happened. She didn't like, yo, what are you do? Like she did nothing.
Well,
Like
she's
what?
4 foot tall, so what is she?
It
gonna
ain't
do
a,
that?
it ain't about that. It's when after he yelled, "Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth." She ain't go, Will, chill, relax. She ain't do nothing. She just sat there like a bump on the
statue.
log. And I'm like, this night was supposed to be about Will Smith, and it turned into being about Jada, which is so frustrating because she has just made this dude look like a
I don't
complete
agree.
fool.
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. I don't. I mean, a marriage is a team, and if y'all feel like he make people like, oh, she always embarrassing him. No, that's I think she love him. Like they just put up a clip where she said, oh, marrying Will was the worst night of my life, or the wedding, something. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
But why can't people be honest? I remember when I first got my husband, I was like, hey, I just told him up front, I said, it's gonna take me a minute to love you. It really gonna take me a minute to love you because I still care about the last nigga that did not treat me good. So it everything is a process. You don't know when she married Will. You know
But you did your part though. She ain't done her part. She
how do
ain't
you
done her
know they've
part
been married? She
because
evidently she
she's gave
have.
him 2 goofy ass kids. She embarrasses them every chance she get, and she don't never apologize. You ain't never heard Jada say I'm sorry. Not
Well,
one time.
let me ask you this.
She called it an entanglement, nigga. That's
Well,
what
do you think? Let me ask you something. Do you think Will has never cheated?
I know. We're supposed to cheat. You don't become the best movie star on the planet and not get other pussy. That's your job.
So is it? So she went and got her. Oh, y'all mad because she named her cheating or entanglement, and he didn't name
No,
his?
I'm mad that you fucked your son's best friend and put it on the red table talk. That's what I'm mad about. We
Well,
didn't need
they
to know
put it on
that.
the Raven talk. They put
She
and
did.
he didn't. He would look. We wouldn't know had the boy not told us. He the one came out with the shit. She didn't come out with that. And as a couple, they decided to talk about it publicly. Publicly, so everybody can stop their lines. Will can ask his question, and they can do it as husband and wife. The problem with America, we too worried about other people being. Why the fuck? If Will is with Jada, evidently he's happy. So why the fuck are we worried about it? First of all, you ain't even got no goddamn woman to get no entanglement with. So why you talking about it? I'm married. I got my
You know
own
how many
motherfucking
entanglements I've been in? I fuck
He
more
used to
married
seem
women
like
than a married man.
Yeah, believe me, you have a place to hide out. He used to seem like the happiest guy, and then like the last like 2 years, he doesn't seem all that happy.
Well, I would say this.
Maybe he's allowing himself to be more complicated, but yeah.
No, I'm gonna say this. You haven't been married long enough. Right now, you happy. The pussy still hit right. Y'all doing whatever. You happy. Give 15 years in, then you gonna find yourself. You gonna just be there.
I was married 6 years.
Okay.
Me. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got jaded. Trust me.
First of all, your wife looked like you, so you never got Jada.
He said jaded, not Jada.
Oh,
I said jaded. Yeah, she's right.
Oh.
I wondered if it was maybe like his chance to like look like a real man and like slap like some subconscious thing where he's like, I'm gonna do something publicly to show that I'm fighting for this marriage, fighting for my masculinity.
No. Ain't nobody never doubted Will masculinity.
Yeah, they have.
Yeah, I got some DMs.
Have you seen The Legend of Bagger Vance? Yeah, they have. There have been questions about Will's heterosexuality.
So what? I mean, there we go again. We can't mind our fucking business. So what if Will like other shit?
That's the thing, though. It is so what? It's not a big deal. So why are you walking on stage slapping people? That G.I. Jane joke wasn't worth slapping. It wasn't worth. You can't say I'm trying to be this loving, caring person and then go slap somebody.
Choose violence.
You can't be both. And then you're gonna talk about this is a time for healing. What are you talking about? You are grown. You are 50 fucking years old. What are you
Will
talking
Smith
about?
has the platform that he could have sent out a tweet or done an interview right after and said, "Man, I thought that was really uncool. She has alopecia."
Well, let me say this.
And all that
Sometimes
would have been on Chris Rock. It wouldn't have been on Will Smith. But violence
Okay.
made him look bad.
So, I don't give a fuck. Sometimes you gotta slap a nigga in a public place.
No,
We
you
don't.
can't.
We, yes,
No,
you
no, no, no.
can. So
Mm-mm.
what? And you
If
have
you
to deal with
if
the
you if
consequences.
you're gonna okay, exactly, you got to deal with the consequences, and the consequences of slapping somebody on the global stage is
You might be
look
getting
like a
sued.
bitch ass nigga. Like
Okay, he looked like a hero to me.
Why?
He looked like a
Bro,
hero to me.
Over a
Why?
joke?
for what?
Over a joke that some hack comedian wrote in a writer's room that Rock
Well, what
didn't
make
even
you
write?
think Rock probably did write it?
Hell no. That stuff's all written for them.
No,
It's
that's
all
not true. That just because it's all written for you, that don't mean you have to take it. You don't
Sure.
have to take the joke that they give you. You can make up your own shit. How you know he didn't write that
No
joke?
one
So
would
what?
have remembered it had they just not reacted. No one would have ever remembered he said that. No one remembers the first G.I. Jane, let alone G.I. Jane 2. So if you had a problem with Will or with Chris Rock talking about your wife's hair, ignore the joke. Once you'll go to commercial, hey, nigga, let me come talk to you for a second. You handle it there. You don't, because one, it's too late to protect Jada. She's already entangled in something else. So there is no saving that. You lost already. You took the L already. There's no coming back from it.
I don't.
That's
agree
just
with
what
the
it
bullshit
is.
Y'all talking. That's that
No.
man's wife. He had a right to react however the fuck he wanted to react.
No,
And
that's
I think
And she has proven time and time again that she'd rather have Tupac or somebody else. I mean, there
Well,
is no bigger picture
you-
of I don't really
you
care
can't-
about this
you-
nigga than on the biggest night of his life, she lets him ruin it the way she did. That's
She
just
didn't
my
have to do
opinion.
he ruined it.
yeah,
He chose to the second your skin touches somebody else's skin, it's wrong. Like the joke wasn't appropriate.
And the only
There's better
reason
ways
he
to bring
did
light
that
to
was
it.
because of her. That's the only reason he
Well,
did it. Was because of
you
her.
You don't have a woman, so you don't know. You never
By
been-
choice. I see how stupid it can make you look.
It's called a marriage that's been together for over 20 years. So I mean, I mind my business. I'm not gonna say he was wrong or he was right. I think he reacted how he wanted to react, how he felt at the time. We all do shit when we caught up in emotions, and I understand that.
Yeah,
I've
but
said some other-
you push people in the audience. If somebody walked up and slapped you because you're making fun of their, like, would that be appropriate?
No, because I dog walked that nigga. He got a dog walk me one. I don't know why Chris Rock didn't fight back. Maybe Chris Rock maybe Will blinked out and forgot he was at the Oscar, and that slap made made Chris realize he was at the Oscar and this wasn't the place for the fight. You know, it's here nor there. I'm not gonna say he
Will
was
Smith
wrong.
knew better all along. He just didn't care.
Sometimes you know better and your mind snap. That was the time I worked at Frito-Lay, and this nigga hit me in the head with a box of Frito-Lay chips. And I don't remember beating that nigga ass all around that plant, but they say I won. So you do blank out. I whooped that nigga. It was so many mashed chips when I came to.
I hope
whooped
they
that
didn't
nigga
take it
ass.
out your check.
I'm glad they didn't.
I didn't eat all these chips.
But you have to, you know, I'm not gonna say you don't know what the emotion was running through it. It was his big night, and then he just want to sit there. He don't want y'all fucking with him.
He laughed at the joke and then he saw his wife's face. Stop making excuses. The nigga didn't snap. He was in trouble at home. Why are we pretending like we don't know what's going on between them two?
I don't know what's going on between it. Because let me tell you something. People can say anything when they're not inside the house.
Yeah.
You can make they can make the outside be whatever you want it to be, but it's really what goes on the inside of that house. The world is like people relationship is like Google. You can go on there and they can tell you them people happy, and they can be in the most fucking miserable place. I give you another example. You can go Google people income and they tell you they worth $1 million, and half of us ain't even got that in the bank. So you can't be on unless you're a fly on that wall and getting all the information. Then none of us know what the fuck we're talking about.
I've seen the Facebook video of them sitting down in their house talking about their issues. It don't take a genius to figure out that she don't love Will Smith. You can look at her face. You can read the body language. You can hear what she says to that man. You can see how she treats that man. And you can look at that man and say, despite all that shit, he still really does love her. If you go back to when they first got together, Will Smith said it. He goes, I want her. We ain't never getting divorced. That was his choice. I ain't mad at him for it. I'm just saying it's making him look like an idiot.
I thought she said that.
No.
Well, I ain't getting no divorce.
No, that was him.
First of all, well, I think it was her, but
Google it,
who
Chris.
cares? Yeah, you Google it, Chris. I mean, people want to throw her up under the bus. I say we need to all shut the fuck up and mind our business. Cause all shit. Why the fuck is poor people talking about rich people?
Because we watched it on TV.
Well,
just because you broke don't mean you can't have an opinion.
Yes, it does.
No, it don't. This ain't Congress. That's where broke people's opinions don't matter when you try to get bills passed. Chris, you froze? You still there?
No, I'm reading.
Oh, nigga not moving.
Concentrating. Well, I guess he's been divorced in the past. He says the ultimate failure.
Because he got a kid by another woman. His oldest son.
Yeah. I don't see anything. I can't find anything on the fly here about who said which.
I say more power to them. They're beautiful. It's a marriage that I hope they can work the fuck out.
Happy 50th birthday, Miss Pat, by the way. Your party looked fun. We wish we could have been there. You moved to Atlanta. You abandoned me. I showed up to your house and somebody else was in it.
I just sold it, bitch. It was a good little party. It was a good party. Again, given by Quisha. No, we did not fly a cake over 8 states.
That's the first thing I asked her. I said, where'd that cake come from?
But Quisha is the ultimate bullshitter. She really is. I told y'all she gave me the birthday party in front of the cemetery where I got molested.
No. What? Explain that.
Surprise!
She didn't Google that one, did she?
Everybody touch a titty.
That's some Jada Pinkett Smith shit.
So I'm in the car and I'm sleeping. I open one eye and I see this cemetery where my mama boyfriend used to take us to molest her. And I'm like, what the fuck are we doing on Martin Luther King? What the fuck are we doing over here? And so they're like, oh, we're gonna take you to eat. And so I see this Jamaican restaurant in this building. I'm thinking, well, maybe they about to just take me to eat. Get upstairs, they like, surprise. And I pull Jordan to the side, say, they don't realize this is where I got molested at across the street.
That's fucked up.
Well, it was kind of my fault because I never named the cemetery. Trying to keep people from going and fuck with the dead people out there. So I wanted to keep that anonymous. So
the ghost of your molester was at your party.
But he ain't buried over there. He's buried next to my mom.
Okay.
But, back in the day when he was taking me over there, it was a white cemetery. I think they eventually started putting niggas there. So, it was pretty good. I got a lot of gift cards. I got a lot of nice things, and I'm excited. I'm excited. To turn 50, I took off my wig, and I think I got 50 new gray hairs. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on with me? I never had gray hair. Never.
It's just, well, you got a lot going on. Maybe
I was gonna say this stress is, yeah.
I don't know if I'm really stressed. It just is on my areola, on my vagina.
You got a silver bush now?
Almost.
Silver bush.
Silver bush.
What is it?
Soon you will be going to the gyno
cemetery.
No. What is that thing called when that beer, the silver bullet? Wasn't that Budweiser?
Yeah, of course. The silver bullet.
So I'm getting old, I was like, oh, I got quite a few pieces of gray hair, but I'm glad I ain't looking 50.
Not at all.
Nah, you don't look 50.
I was looking for
So-
a picture of you the other day, and like the you know the old pictures from like 10 years ago when I think I first met you to now, like you look great. You've lost a ton of weight. You've got awesome wigs, the makeup, everything's yeah. And I was telling somebody this the other day. The difference between you now and when I first met you and started doing this podcast, you're so much more chill. Like you are a lot more relaxed, and like you don't, I don't know, maybe I just don't see it every day, but I feel like you're a lot more relaxed and like
I'm
just
old. I ain't got time to be yelling no more. I
man,
don't let
you've
shit
kind of
bother
achieved
me.
some success, and so you're just, you know,
Well, I don't have to work as hard as I was in the beginning. I still work hard, but I don't think the level like just getting out of bed and going to every open mic and constantly trying to prove myself. I think I've finally caught the eye of the industry,
yeah.
and I still work hard. Just this week I was in Dayton. And by the way, y'all, please get your tickets to see me in Portland. I'm there all week for Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or something like that.
Which
Get your
Portland?
ticket. How many Portlands is it, nigga?
Maine.
Oregon.
I'm pretty sure it's
Oregon?
Oregon. Portland,
All
Oregon.
right.
Yeah.
MissPatComedy.com.
Yeah, go to misspatcomedy.com for your tickets. But I've just learned to relax and enjoy. I'm just enjoying, what the things that's happening. I'm not at the point where people are chasing me, where everybody notices me, but I just filmed my first Netflix special, so I'm working on all of this new material. So for a comic to drop a whole hour that they've been working, that they've been getting paid off of, and to start over, that's some scary fucking shit. And so I go out to dating this week, but I had already been kind of hitting open mic, so I go out to date, and I was like, oh, Vince, you might have to ride it a little longer. I don't know if I got it. And then Vince is very fucking funny, and I'm like, is this nigga gonna burn me? And I'm like, nah, I ain't burnable. I ain't burnable. I ain't gonna let you burn me, nigga. If I gotta just sit up and talk, you ain't gonna burn my ass. At least I'm gonna try not to let you burn me. But it ended up working out great. And before you know it, I was doing 45, 50. I was like, where the fuck I get that from? Like Dion say, it's not fair. You get material just out the air. But it's working out great.
Yeah, man. Dude, it's the one thing of hers that I'm jealous of is where she can get material from. Like it literally just
Her brain just works different. Like it's prepping
it's
for
not
this.
even it's not
prepping
even
for
her
this
brain.
podcast is the same
Just
way.
Crazy shit happens to her that she can talk about on stage. Like it's literally, I have never seen anybody else have so many funny life experiences where it's like I wouldn't believe it if somebody else said it. I'd be like, nah, that ain't true. But knowing her as long as I have, I'd be like, I can see that definitely happened.
Like her fighting a
having
crackhead.
or
with
having
the hat
her birthday party across the street from where she got molested like that. That's just not fair.
So the molestation. So I just put it on stage and people like, what the fuck? I say, open your mind. This shit is hilarious. That I'm partying across the street from where I was violated. But just getting older. I'm learning the comedy thing. Like you don't really have to make up shit if you pay attention to people and what's going. I mean, I'm not a current event person. You rarely will see me do current events in my set. Usually something that I've experienced. And, the thing that I've noticed, like turning 50, that I didn't pay any attention to how important the toilet is to be high. Because when you got those low toilets, you got to grab the crown molded on the door jam.
I hope you got a life alert for your birthday.
Nigga, I'm making sure my new house got all tall toilets. You hear me? Everybody, I need to be able to just get right up out that motherfucker. When you on them low toilets, you gotta rock, nigga. You gotta rock and build up the energy in your legs and stand up. I must be hitting the nerve with Chris because he just looking.
Just thinking about you pantsless, sitting on the toilet, stuck.
I never said I
Raymond!
I don't call Ramon. No, I'm Nikki. I don't do that. I call somebody else to give me something to wipe my ass with. They got to be a girl, but it's so funny. The kids be watching my show. I don't know if I told you this. And when I did the pilot, and I said, "Go ask your daddy what a click is." Did you them kids ask me every time they watch my show every day? "Oh, you gonna tell us what a click is?" I said, "No, the fuck, I'm not."
That's so cute. Well, that would be really cool if they're their age and like your mom, I guess, it has a TV show.
Oh, you know what? I don't think they really fully know what's going on. I think they know I got a TV show, but I don't think they know like how many people know I got a TV show.
Yeah, how big it's getting. Yeah.
Yeah, it's getting really big. It's killing every Wednesday night. Y'all, please make sure y'all tune in on Wednesday nights at 10 o'clock on BET, the regular K. Even if you don't watch it, just let it run. Just put your TV on. Not at 9, not at 8, at 10, because that's when I come on. And even though you've seen it, just let the shit run. Because we've stayed in the top 50 so far.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you. So I'm looking forward this week to going out to Portland and get some shit done. And how's y'all week been?
Shitty. Then it got worse.
That's right. You got STD on the back of your head, right?
Basically, yeah. I went to the ER for the first time in my life on Saturday. Got an
First
IV.
time in your life, you say, Dion, listen to that shit.
I know, right? White privilege ass motherfucker.
So
I'm not getting into fights at comedy clubs. That's how I stay safe.
Let me see it.
I don't want to show it on camera. It's too bad.
Why not?
I don't need McDuffin memeing my personal problems. It's an ingrown hair that basically has caused me to go to the doctor 4 times. I was late to this because I was at the doctor getting a new antibiotic. I mean, I'm in absolute agony once the Tylenol and Advil wear off, like 9 out of 10 on the pain scale. So I've just been a zombie.
The back of your neck looked pregnant.
It was bad, yeah.
Did they drain it?
They can't. It's too tight. So they got to.
That's what she said.
Yep. And the antibiotics that I got last week haven't been working, so they don't know what it's, but it is like, imagine if you had the worst sunburn of your life with a paper cut on it and you can't move your neck, so everything's sore from being immobile. So that's how it feels. So I've just been.
Are you talking to the fans, or are you talking to me and Dion about sunburn?
I ain't never had no sunburn. I don't know what that feel like.
Well, the royal we, I guess, but yeah.
I've had a sunburn from sitting at a track meet, but I can't. It wasn't no tight shit. I was just peeling like a snake.
Yeah, like white skin. It's like
white skin.
It's like I can't. When you get a sunburn as a ginger,
why you say it with your face like that?
It's just the worst pain.
Nigga, you ain't shit.
What the fuck are you?
You nigga, you said white skin. Yeah.
I didn't mean it like this. Believe me, if I couldn't get sunburned, I'd be happy.
Cause when he said white skin, what popped in my head with chicken skin.
That's what mine looks like. Why is it that you say black skin and nobody blinks, but I say white skin and it halts the show?
I don't think it was evident.
I was laughing at the way Miss Pat said it. Look on her face when she said when he said white skin, I was like, white skin. All I could see was a chicken.
Every time I go to the grocery and buy chicken legs, I think of your joke.
Oh my god, y'all got me crying.
Uncooked dick.
Yeah, uncooked dick, yeah.
Yeah. No, but I don't know, Chris. I mean, maybe you put your head in the wrong spot. I say that cat put his asshole on the back of your head and some type of disease done got up under your skin and about to infect your brain because you sitting there looking like Herman the Monster.
Man, I maybe it was the haircut, but it fucking sucks. It's been 7 days now. So, and you can die from this easy. So, but it was the first time I've ever gone to the ER, and I'm just like sitting there going, I never want to come back to this place. It's shitty.
Yeah.
My weekend was great compared to yours.
I feel for anybody out there that's chronically ill. So
You ain't chronic. That's that cat with that motherfucking them worms in his doodoo.
No, what I'm saying is like
neck.
going one day, I'm like, oh, this is terrible. And then made me think about all the people that have to go to like treatments. And I'm just like, it gives you a whole new perspective on what people go through when they're sick.
I agree.
How was your weekend, Dion? Son of a bitch. Probably had sex.
I did not. I did not.
Oh, dick riding, hating ass nigga. Probably had sex. I know you had sex, remote control dick ass nigga.
No, I had 2 shows at Helium. Avery says hello, by the way. They were really good. Sean Murphy, guy from New York, was the headliner. Pretty funny. And Mark Norman was downstairs. Super nice. He told me to tell you say hello as well.
Who you talking to? Me or him?
You, Pat. Don't nobody know Chris.
Yeah. I only know me from this podcast.
Comics don't know Chris. Not yet, anyway. Once he get that MRSA healed up, he can come on the road.
I'm ready.
Okay, so your weekend was great. It was packed.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, it was really packed. It was crazy downtown. There was a bunch of like fender benders because there was Monster Jam and prom. So it was like it was all these young kids with their parents, and then like all these rednecks because there's a monster truck show. So it was just crazy.
Monster truck and prom together sound like a white baptism.
There was a bunch of black prom kids down there.
Oh,
a bunch of them. It was just weird. Just because parking was $30.
That's not bad.
For Indy, it is. That's a lot of money.
Oh, I just paid $60 for a concert.
Well, Atlanta is like what, the 5th largest city in the country?
Nigga, let me tell you something. Atlanta is so motherfucking busy, y'all.
Mhm.
Oh, if you're bored and you want a city that don't fucking sleep, I've never seen a city that has 6 concerts in 1 week. I mean, different artists. I'm like, every fucking night you can go to a goddamn concert in Atlanta almost. I'm like, Atlanta, I've been back a month and I'm too old for this shit. Y'all need to slow this shit down.
Just ready to go back to Plainfield.
Oh, every fucking night it's a big comedy show, a tour, a comedy. It's something. Holland Gold Trawler, motherfucking. They got 6 circuits here. I'm like, where the fuck all these circuits come from?
Circuses?
People still go to the circus?
Yeah,
I thought those got banned or something.
no, the Soul Circuit. They got rid of the animals, just hired niggas to jump like animals.
Put them in leopard leotards. Rawr.
The niggas.
Hey, nigga, I got
to
an audition for an elephant today. Somebody call that pastor.
Oh, fucking stupid. Did y'all see the story about the fox running around somewhere biting people?
Yeah, the Capitol Hill with
Yeah,
rabies.
the Capitol Hill. Did he have rabies?
Yeah, a little libertarian fox running around biting all the politicians. My hero.
Yeah, mascot came to life.
Yep.
The one they called, he looked so innocent. Like, I didn't do it.
You got the wrong one.
They say it's 2 more out there loose. They only running a fight biting white politicians. So they think the Democrat brought the fucking
Antifa foxes. Goddamn Antifa.
Somebody say they were walking and they looked back and the fox just bit them and took off. Oh, I thought that was the funniest shit. Who the fuck done let these motherfucking politicians pop fox out? Just biting white men's in suits.
Had like little babies too. They killed the fox, but they left the babies alive.
What? They killed a fox?
Yeah, I'm almost positive I read that they
I ain't
killed
read the story yet. Why they kill the goddamn fox? He
because he had rabies and was biting people.
He had no goddamn rabies.
If he'd have won an Oscar, he'd have got away with it.
It wasn't a fox. It was actually Donald Trump's wig that was out there loose. Thank you. Write that down. Let me use that in my set.
Donald Trump said he's the most honest person in the world. He just said it at one of his motherfucking clans meetings. I'm like, Donald Trump, I really think you got dementia and you stuck in 1982 when you really look decent.
Did you see the video of the lady talking about Space Force knows that the election was stolen?
Oh my God. No.
Oh, they interviewed this old white lady. She was talking about Space Force knows that the ballots are watermarks and they're just waiting for 600,000 indictments. And I'm like, what is this bitch talking about? Them interviews, boy, I'll be like, this shit cannot be real.
Oh, it's real. It's real.
What it is right now.
Here, I got it.
Lindell has the evidence of foreign interference on election night as well. And so does Space Force, like President Trump has mentioned. Yeah. You see on TV when people was video shooting the election night. What it is right now. And Mike Lindell has the evidence of foreign interference on election night as well.
Good old Mike.
Why do they all sound like that dude?
Why do they believe a pillow guy?
Because his pillows are soft. But the crazy part about it, they can't even afford his pillows.
Here, this may be the lady you were talking about, Dion.
The election, I believe, was stolen. But we know that. Space Force has it all. Trump has all the information. It's going to be overturned.
What do you think Space Force has?
Space Force is a military branch of the, just like the Army, all the military. And they literally, walk up here. They literally, the night of the election, they literally watched the election be stolen. They know, they watermarked the ballots. They know exactly what happened with every ballot. They know what fake ballots, all right? They knew the election switches. They know what countries were involved. They know they followed the money. They know what every politician that's been paid off. They know there was 269,000 sealed indictments, but I think it might even be up to 500,000 sealed indictments. And I believe that we're going to have an emergency broadcast and the military is going to come in with martial law. And we are going to be shown 8 hours on, 8 hours off of videos for 7 days, the world. And they're going to be showing us taped tribunals, taped confessions. And the world is going to be awakened to what's really going on with the deep state.
They've been saying that stuff since November.
Nigga, what does Space Force got to do with any of that shit?
Nothing.
What is Space Force?
That's
Space
like asking the Coast Guard to make you a birthday cake. That's not their fucking job.
Space Force is like the Air Force or the Navy, or for the United States, Trump created Space Force to fight in space. So the Chinese can't create like giant space lasers. This is real life.
Ain't nothing but space police, nigga.
So is
They gonna
somebody
pull
out
you
there?
over when you.
Is somebody in space just riding around waiting on a need to shoot a laser?
I don't think they have a space police department yet.
So did we need that?
That's
No.
why I ain't paying taxes. Fuck that shit.
Yeah.
So did they get rid of Space Force yet?
No, it's there. It's,
She said Space Force watched the whole thing. Well, why didn't they do so? Like, what are you talking about, ma'am?
They keep using the word indictments as if that's some sort of proof of anything. And it's like literally just a bunch of people writing up affidavits going, they keep saying affidavits. It's like the three of us could write an affidavit where we didn't see anything and then file it with the court. It doesn't mean anything.
She was just they all sound the same, which is just so crazy to me.
That's because they all stupid as hell. Okay.
Yeah.
I can't get no clearer than that. I mean, I've learned to stop laughing at them because, you know, maybe they know something we don't know. Space Force is coming to get us.
Would you support Ramon if he joined the Space Force?
Go to Space Force. Space Force graduation.
I support him right on up out of here. If Space Force giving him a salary, you goddamn right I support him.
It's the only place he can go where you can't yell for him.
Yeah. Go on out there and fight them lasers. Lock a nigga up in the sky. I want to see. I know one thing, but I be no white cops. Cause how they gonna chase you on no gravity? I believe a nigga can run on no gravity, but not nobody white. So I don't know. You know, more power to them. The dumbest shit I ever heard in my life. Space Force. Okay. And then the fucked up part about it, Biden almost out of office and they still hollering about it's gonna be overturned. To who?
It's gonna be 2047 and these people be on their deathbed. And the indictments are coming soon. They will watch the live stream of the trials. Martial law.
They're gonna say martial law. Girl, bye. This world is so fucked up. Even when Aubrey got killed, some people saying he should have been killed because he had on Timberlands. And when people walk in empty houses all the time and look around, this is how crazy this world is. And I continue to say we're crazy because people in this world never take the time to put themselves in other people's situation. Whenever you hear something happen, put yourself in that situation, and I guarantee you won't have that same reaction that you're sitting there running your motherfucking mouth. If it's your child, if it's you, or whatever. That's all I ever say.
Yep.
We don't care about each other enough. And for that man to throw them rallies and take them poor people money like that, he ought to be ashamed of himself. Half of his supporters is parked in handicapped parking, and this is how you treat these people.
Could you imagine the fight for handicap parking there?
98% of the people come see him got handicapped parking.
Fighting for lesser government while on disabilities.
This spot's reserved for Space Force parents.
Yeah.
Space Force supporters. Let me get the fuck up out of here. I gotta go. I gotta get in this fucking writing room. All right. I love you guys. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to another episode of The Pat Down. Make sure you check out my website at misspatcomedy.com for all of my social media, my tour dates, my book. Make sure you spread the word about my podcast. Please rate and review. Please rate and review and share. Thank y'all so much, y'all. I've been Miss Pat.